Title: Immutable Fate. In the heart of the Manta Network, a place where reality bent and flexed like the tides, there was a prevailing belief. Nothing was truly permanent. Time itself flowed in loops, and the very fabric of existence could be altered through the portals. But there was one exception. One thing that even the most powerful beings could not change: fate. Lila had never believed in destiny. As one of the most talented manipulators of time and space in the network, she had always taken pride in her ability to reshape the past, bend the future, and exist between moments. But when she was summoned by the Council of Seers to the fabled Isle of Kairo, she learned that some things, no matter how hard one tried, could not be escaped. The sky over Kairo was a swirling canvas of purples and golds, ever shifting with the energies of the island's ancient magic. Lila stood at the center of the grand temple, her eyes fixed on the council. The seers, draped in flowing robes that seemed to shimmer with every movement, looked down upon her with knowing eyes. "You've been summoned here because of your ability," the eldest seer began, his voice low and gravelly. "You've bent time and evaded consequences longer than anyone. But now, you must face the immutable." Lila's stomach churned at the word. Immutable. Unchangeable. Unalterable. A concept she had always dismissed as nonsense. But the seer's expression was stern, and the others remained silent, waiting. "What is this about?" Lila asked, her voice steady, though her mind raced. The seer gestured to the golden pool that sat before them, its surface still as glass. "This pool reveals the fates of those who stand before it. Unlike the past and future you have altered, what you see here is set in stone. It cannot be changed, no matter how many loops or portals you pass through." Lila approached the pool, her reflection staring back at her. She knew this was a test. Perhaps they had finally found a limit to her powers, something that would prove she couldn't outsmart time itself. She knelt beside the pool, her fingers brushing the surface. As the ripples spread, an image formed, an image of herself, lying motionless on the floor of a darkened room, her eyes closed, her skin pale. She jerked back, her heart pounding in her chest. "That's impossible." The seer's gaze softened, but there was no hint of doubt. "This is your fate, Lila. This is the moment of your death. No matter what you do, no matter how you try to avoid it, this is where your journey ends." Lila shook her head. "No, I don't believe in fate. I've changed everything. Why should this be any different?" Quote. The seer stepped forward, his voice gentle but firm. "Because fate is the one thing even you cannot alter. You've danced with time for too long, Lila. It's time to face the end." She stumbled back from the pool, her mind whirling. For years, she had believed herself untouchable, able to navigate the timelines with ease, fixing and adjusting the threads of existence. But now, this, a vision she couldn't escape. Lila's breath grew ragged. She could feel the weight of it now. The inevitability. As much as she wanted to run, to leap through a portal and vanish into another world, she knew it would catch up to her. I won't accept this," she whispered. The seer sighed. "Acceptance is not necessary. It will come whether you accept it or not." She stared at the pool again, the image of her lifeless body still reflecting in the golden liquid. Was this truly how it would end? In a dark room, with no one to witness it? Her mind reeled, searching for a way out. But for the first time in her life, there was no escape. Lila stood, her legs shaking beneath her. She turned away from the seers, her gaze distant. She had spent so long avoiding the inevitable, And now it was staring her in the face. Perhaps some things were truly immutable after all.